he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
You make me happy. Thank you all for joining us on the Habitual Line Steppers podcast. I'm Garrett Charles Langley Henson.
And I'm Terry. Ricardo DeShazo this second. What is up? It's Friday, baby. Time to get busy.
Thank God you created your own song instead of going back to that Rebecca Black bullshit. Terry, I've had a long morning. I was like, I am not in the mood for no Rebecca Black out here.
Rebecca, baby. I can bring her back anytime.
Nah.
You just let me know.
My goal is by next Friday, I'm going to listen to this Drake album that came today so I can actually, have one of those songs to reference for all my dogs. Yeah, he dropped today. I haven't had a second to listen to it.
Damn, I'm shocked he dropped, bro. Because he's still in the middle of a tour. That's kind of random. So it's like if you're on tour and you're playing like old music, but then you drop some new shit. What if the new shit's fire? And everybody's like,
I'm playing
play some
it.
of this
Nope,
new shit.
Can't do it.
He probably can.
Or even worse, what if the new shit sucks and that's all he wants to play the whole tour? Like, dude, you remember when we saw Nelly and he wanted to play like his new album? And we were like, bro, okay, come on now.
Nah, Nelly, stop it. All his new shit sucked. It's Drake. He's none of his stuff is gonna suck. I was gonna say he's unsuckable, but that's not true. He's got many whores sucking his dick. Nah, he
shouts to SZA.
He tried to play a garbage album, remember? And everybody was like, nah, even this is fire. That fucking like techno dance hall bullshit he dropped.
Yep. I was out
still
here
like that.
I was getting it to that one, Terry. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just saying he can drop whatever he wants now. Everybody's like, it's fire. I don't want to hear anything else. It's absolute fire. It's got too many fans.
Yeah. I'm just happy Drake is, by all accounts, this music is going to be like coming back to his roots. No more Ukrainian techno or London fucking dance hall music or Jamaican stomp music. Let's get back to America.
Look, man, he's Canadian. Anyways, he dropped, the last album he dropped was fine. The one with 21 Savage, that was totally fine. What was wrong with that one? That was all rap. He might have sang on there a couple times, but that was pretty much just all bangers.
Canadian guy and a British guy co-opting American culture. You gotta love to see it. Gotta love to see it. Speaking of foreigners putting on for America, Terry, Joel Embiid announced yesterday that he is going to represent the United States of America in the Olympics this upcoming summer. We've talked at length this summer about how this is the number one move the U.S. men's basketball team needed to do to ensure that they win the Olympics after a terrible showing in the World Cup this summer.
Horrible.
Let me ask you, Terry, how big of his impact do you think will be on this USA basketball team?
It's huge. Like, monumental. Extravagantly awesome. I can't believe we pulled this off, bro. This is insane. I'm first of all, I'm shocked. I'm completely shocked in two different ways. One, that he decided to play with us. That's a shock. And two is he's even playing international basketball. I don't think I've ever seen him play. I didn't know he wanted to play. I thought he wasn't going to do it because of injuries and stuff. But shout out to LeBron. It's the LeBron effect, baby. I don't know what to say. LeBron said this is the last dance. Everybody's like, I'm joining. KD said he was going to play as well, but Joel Embiid joining the train. There goes the gold medal, boys. We got it. See you next summer. Tokyo is ours. We'll take that back again. Shout out Pearl Harbor, but that was insensitive. This is awesome. Bro.
LeBron was standing on top of a fucking mountaintop with a conch shell blowing into it. USA basketball assemble! Joel Embiid was like, I know Pascal Siakam has been petitioning for months. I play with Cameroon, but actually they don't pay their players at all, and we have to ride to the games in a fucking bus that's been repurposed. So
I thought it was Nigeria. It's Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Either way.
We knew he wasn't picking France. I knew there was no chance he was doing that shit. So he doesn't like Rudy Gobert. Nobody wants to play with Rudy Gobert. Like,
nah. It was between France and USA because the homeland shit would have been dope. Honestly, I would have.
I thought it was between Cameroon and USA.
Yeah,
so what is he going to split time? You going to play him, Gobert, and Wembanyama all together? Like, we're bringing back the big ball.
Look. With all due respect to Cameroon, and I forgot it was Cameroon. For some reason I thought it was Nigeria, but they just ain't got the infrastructure, man. It's just not a good spot for Embiid to go. He's too big of a star for that. Unfortunately, they need to get their shit together. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was France and USA. I didn't think Africa was in the running, bro.
Typical. It's typical. A black American shitting on Africa.
Whoa,
what a surprise.
I love Africa. I love African countries. I love all my African friends from soccer, but
you don't even eat spicy food.
Oh, fuck off.
No, I know you fuck with Africa, Terry. Anytime Joe on parentheses Drogba comes on.
I know. Great song.
Going right back to the roots.
Pure jubilance, man. What about you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I'm over the moon. This is the biggest hole on USA's roster by far. When we're bringing Walker Kessler around just to sit on a bench. Last Olympics, we brought Mason Plumlee, Boogie Cousins, Miles Turner, Jaren Jackson Jr. For all 18 minutes that he can stay on the floor. It feels a big need for us, man. And now we finally have somebody who can match up with Jokic, who can match up with Valanciunas in Lithuania, who can match up with Germany size.
Yep.
This just changes everything for us.
Yeah.
And we finally have like a legitimate low post presence who can protect a rim and destroy people on the block.
Gold.
I wouldn't be surprised if he shoots some threes out there with the FIBA line being a little shorter. Yeah, I mean, that's right in his wheelhouse. He shoots a billion long twos a game anyway. So this might even be better for him.
Yeah, shout out to Ben Simmons for expanding Joel Embiid's game because Ben Simmons can't shoot for shit. But yeah, I mean,
shout out to Ben Simmons for inspiring Joel Embiid to play international basketball. He's like, I don't want to end up like Ben Simmons running from the grind, refusing to play for Australia. I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna commit.
Between you and I, like we both wouldn't have blamed Joel if he didn't want to play at all. Like we get it. He's a big motherfucker. If he gets hurt, playing some international ball and misses NBA, like that's where the real money is. So I wouldn't blame him if he didn't play, but
that's my biggest concern. That's my biggest concern, bro.
Injury? Yeah.
Is he even going to be healthy enough next summer to go to the Olympics? If the Olympics were this summer, he wouldn't have been able to play. He was hurt. If the Olympics were last summer, he wouldn't have been able to play. He was hurt. If they were the summer before that, he wouldn't be able to play. He was hurt. And any time before that, he was, on a Shirley Temple IV. So as much as I love this move, I'm going to be like tentative and reserved for now until I see that he's actually included on the squad and gets on this plane to Paris.
Hey, man. I mean, he's played, 51 games for the past, 6 seasons. I'll take it.
Couldn't play against Denver against the reigning MVP, though.
Yeah, nah, he ducked out on that one. He's got sickle cell, remember? Oh, no, wait. No, that's racist. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Where is Philadelphia 76ers training camp right now?
Oh, Colorado. Is he there?
Looks like he got over the sickle cell real quick, didn't
he? Is he there?
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, lying ass. Yeah, he's a ducker, bro. That's why I didn't vote him for MVP like I had a vote anyways. But when we did our preliminary habitual line stepper awards, NBA, style, I was like, nah, buddy. You ain't getting no votes. That's some bullshit. He shouldn't have won. But anyways, besides the point, you're right. Health is a big concern. And I don't know, man. I'll be watching him closely and carefully. But I will say, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. All middle school, high school, college, and NBA centers. We have the worst big men in the world. Of all the top fucking teams in the country, or in the world, of all the top teams that play basketball, we have the worst big men in the world. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I'm fully confident in saying that. We're not good at that position anymore.
No.
It is what it is.
Yeah. All of our big men either want to be Dwight Howard or Kevin Durant. Like, there's no in between. There's no back to the basket game. There's no passing ability.
Nope.
There's no understanding of spacing and pick and roll nuance. You get two archetypes. Boogie Cousins, he probably the last of a dying breed. Actually,
he might be the last one. The thing is, like, the NBA itself. I don't know about like Euro basketball and other leagues around the world, but they're playing the big man off the court. Like, when you do have that advantage, like Boogie would have a bunch of advantages when he was playing with Sacramento, but he was the most dominant big we had seen in a while. Sacramento couldn't win more than fucking 30 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, defensively, they were just like, all right, man, he can't guard anyone outside. Fuck it. And just splash threes on Sacramento. So it's like.
Or inside. He just refused to guard anybody.
I mean, it's tough, though. Like, it's just a tough spot for all the big dudes, bro. Because, like, when you can shoot a three at a, 40% rate wide open, that's more than what Boogie can do on the offensive end. He can only score like 35, 40. But if I'm hitting like 6 threes on the other end, it's almost evened out. So it's unfortunate, man. But the big man is just getting played out, bro. The NBA is just too good at fucking shooting. The game has changed. I don't like it, but, it is what it is.
Speaking of played out big men, Terry, we got to see DeAndre Ayton in his introductory press conference for the Portland Trailblazers, where he said, quote, "My new nickname is Domin-Ayton because I came here to dominate." What are your expectations for DeAndre Ayton's first year in Portland?
I think he's going to get Portland a very high draft pick. I can definitely guarantee that. Give him the ball and let him eat, baby. In the words of Shaq, give the big fella the ball and let him eat.
Give the big fella the ball and let him shoot a bunch of turnaround 18-footers.
Yeah. No, honestly, I mean, he'll do what he did in Phoenix. 20-10. I mean, 18-10. He's going to do his thing. That's what he does. I don't think he's, great. He's a good basketball player. But he's not like a game changer, so.
Dominating. I can't wait to see it.
I love the confidence. But do you expect him to get like 25 and 13 or some shit?
No.
Yeah.
And
so,
if he does, he's going to be stat padding their stats like in the last 25 games of the season when they're tanking and they're down 40 points. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to take 8 shots in a row this quarter. Like, I'm going to go ahead and get these numbers up. I expect him to be the second best center on the roster behind Robert Williams. That's what I expect.
Wow.
So
he's better than Robert Williams. That's disrespectful. But go ahead.
I don't know. I thought Robert Williams was my defensive player of the year.
Nah.
DeAndre Ayton. Yeah. Okay. All right.
No.
We shall see.
18-10. I think 18-10 on the offensive end is better than what Robert Williams does on the defensive end. I'm just saying. He can block a lot of shots. He can get rebounds, but he can only play fucking.
I disagree more, man. Like,
he plays 50 games a season.
You give anybody 22 shots a game, they're going to give you 18 points. Like, come on now.
No.
Nobody blocks threes like Robert Williams, denies the paint. Robert Williams is a much better passer than Ayton. Like, he plays winning basketball. I
agree with that. I just don't think he's better than Ayton.
Count me out on this dominating tour that's going to be sweeping the NBA this year. And especially considering all his guards are like shoot first guys. Like, Scoot wants to have the ball in his hands. Anthony Simons has never met a shot that he doesn't like. They got Shaden Sharp, who may have passed 8 times the entire season. I'm not sure this is a recipe for dominating the way that DeAndre thinks it is.
I agree with you, but I just don't think Robert Williams is better. He's only the most games he's played in the season is 61. Like,
and I don't think he's going to be playing any defense. I think we're going to have to start calling him Eandre Ayton.
All right. Hey, you're down on him. I'm not down on Ayton. I think Ayton's a good player. He's, top, what do you think, 65 player? Top 60 maybe in the league?
Yeah, maybe if he went to China. But, Terry, I've been wrong before. I've been wrong before. I was down on your Bears all season long. You guys are 0-4. We talked about on the pod at length. Through 4 games, there's been 4 design runs from Justin Fields. You hit me to the fact that his offensive coordinators are micromanaging him like he worked at fucking CarMax.
They don't shut up in the mic. Shut the fuck up. Just give the play call and move out the way.
Well, they finally did that last night against the Washington Commanders, who did not look so commanding in a blowout victory. Justin Fields was probably the best performance of his young career so far.
Riverboat run. Yeah.
They called 8 design quarterback runs for him. They were moving him out of the pocket. He was slinging the pill. And DJ Moore, excuse me. Of course, DJ Moore picks the 1 week when he plays against me in fantasy to have 230 yards and 3 touchdowns, which could have been 250 yards and 4 touchdowns if the referees did not incorrectly rule that he stepped out of bounds in what would have been another long touchdown.
Yeah, that was a tough one. So he was playing against you. What did he score last night? 49?
49.
Yeah. Because I got him on one of my teams. Unfortunately, I have him on 2 teams, started him in one, didn't start him in the other. It is what it is. But my other receiver course better. But yeah, he balled out. I mean, look, bro. I tried to tell you he's showing signs. You know? Yeah, everybody's talking about Caleb Williams and all this shit. I love Caleb. Good guy. But I'm not sure yet. Hasn't thrown a pass. I can't say someone's better if they haven't been in the NFL yet. Justin Fields in the last 8 quarters of football has 8 touchdowns and 1 interception. All right? We did exactly what we did in the last game. I got to give it to the offensive coordinator, bro, the last 2 games. You got out the way.
You mean for having common sense?
No. For me, it's not about everybody's like, he needs more designed runs. It's not about that. It's about protection. And that's what they did. It was a lot of 3 route play calls. And I like max protect. Let Darnell Mooney and fucking DJ Moore route these dudes up and get open and let's get some fucking passes. Fields had all day to pass. The stats they were showing last night was like, I think he had an average of 3.8 seconds to throw the ball for the entirety of the game.
Jesus Christ. That's
so it's
pathetic.
Any QB in the league is going to cook on that. So all you got to do is just do it. Keep doing that shit. Let DJ Moore cook. And he did. It was easy. Second half, they did play a little shitty. They tried to, you know how teams do. You're a Falcons fan. You already know. 28-3. They started getting happy. They started doing some bullshit. But at the end of the day, I think they're starting to solve some of the problems that Justin Field had. But a lot of it was the O-line. And I think they've kind of come up with a scheme, but we'll see how it goes when teams start to just say fucking drop back, 8 guys and say, all right, beat us now. Do the whole Patrick Mahomes versus the Bengals in the AFC Championship game type of defense. But he looks great for now. 8 quarters, he looks great. So I like it.
I want to give you the opportunity to bask in this win, Terry, especially considering it's been 347 days since you had the previous win.
Almost a full calendar year, man. Yeah.
So I wanted to let you go, but I do agree with a lot of the things that you're saying about the max protect, about moving the pocket. I did think the design runs were effective.
They're cool. Yeah, they worked.
Especially as a change of pace and all that just kind of opened up the play action game once Herbert and Fields got going and their linebackers and safeties were concerned about getting downhill and getting in the box. Next thing you know, DJ Moore is running wide open. Darnell Mooney is running wide open. Can't catch a fucking COVID in Wuhan, but at least he was wide open.
Yeah, that was a tough game for him last night, but, it happens.
I will say the Commanders look absolutely unprepared, like uninspired, not a modicum of focus or effort, trying to jump these fucking comeback routes and everything instead of just making a tackle with no safety help over the top. Like
fucking Fuller, man. That was a bad play. I mean, he almost he did tip the ball, but it was a fantastic catch. But yeah, these fucking Thursday games are just hard, man. Like the Commanders defense looked decent for the majority of the season.
Giving up 35 points a game. I'm not so sure about that one.
I mean, the Bears are horrible, man. And they scored 40 on them, like, easily. It wasn't even...
The way their defense looked, they could have put Chemo Ron out there at safety, and they still would have had a better shot.
Look, I said decent. I didn't say great, all right? I said decent, but last night, that shit was pathetic. Thursday night game, they got absolutely destroyed. Yeah.
Have they had a commanding victory since changing their name to the Commanders? I can't remember one.
A
I
commanding
feel
one?
like, I feel
I
like
mean, they've
all
won
their
some
wins have
games.
been by like 4 points,
Yeah.
and all their losses have been about 25.
Possibly. Look, I just want to know the Commanders, before the game, the Amazon, shout out to Amazon for the coverage. You guys fucking glitching all night, even though, I got fucking Ethernet internet, you fucking assholes. But all I heard the whole time was like, we got the Commanders, new management, new ownership. They're looking great. We should move the stadium back to DC, get back to our roots. Shut the fuck up. Win a game. You guys suck. Last night was honestly it's pathetic. You and I, we lived in the DMV for years, and we weren't fans, but they got some good fandom up there. I won't lie. Like, when I first moved there, I was like, I don't expect to see any like Redskins memorabilia, none of that shit.
They had some
loved them up
passionate racists. They did for sure.
Nah, they loved him. It's just like, I don't know, man. Riverboat Ron, that defense looked really bad. That's tough. I don't know. We're not here to talk about the Commanders. We're not a DC pod. You can go listen to fucking Joe House and the Ringer for that shit. But yeah, they look bad. Bears look decent. They almost fucking came back on them, so I'm not going to say it was a dominating win. But yeah, 2 first halves back to back looking great. I'll take it. 8 quarters for Justin Fields. He's looking great.
Shout out to your Bears, man. Shout out to you guys. I'm proud of you. I one last Commanders question. Week 11 over or under. Is Ron Rivera still the coach, or is it Eric Bieniemy?
Week 11? Yikes.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the schedule. They got Falcons next. You got Falcons, Giants, Eagles, Patriots, Seahawks, Giants, Cowboys. So that'll be up to week 11. That's a tough schedule, bro. I don't know, man. I mean, like, I know the Giants suck, but it's a division game, so that's tough.
Right.
Eagles are decent. Falcons run the ball a lot. If your boy Ritter can't pass against these guys coming up next week, ugh. But yeah, I mean, if they suck, I can see the owner firing Ron. Ron's been there for a while. And I think his record was like 24, 29, and 1 or something like that. So if they fired him, it'd be justifiable. I wouldn't have a problem.
They should have fired him when he didn't know they got eliminated from the playoffs last year.
Oh,
and he was like, well, we still have next week to make it. And they're like, Ron?
Yeah, that was a little silly. But what do you think about the Commandos, bro?
I think Sam Howell is going to get his career ruined like Andrew Luck. He's on pace to take 90 sacks and break David Carr's record when he was the #1 pick by the expansion Houston Texans.
Damn.
He took 4 more sacks last night. I mean, there's no question the guy's grit, his toughness, but like some of these plays, you just got to throw the ball out of bounds, bro, especially when your offensive line is like East Chapel Hill High JV football team quality, getting blown up.
It was pretty bad because like the Bears defense, they weren't really known for gang busting sacks and 4-man rushes and getting to the quarterback and getting all these hurries. So it was just a weird game, man, because like their offense was pretty good all season except for the Bills game. Eric Bieniemy, decent play calling, but honestly, last night, bro, you look at Sam Howell's stat line. Of course, you're going to see 37 completions, 388 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and just 1 pick. A lot of garbage time shit, man. Honestly, bro, he really only threw for like maybe I'd say like 190. It was a lot of garbage yards. So I don't know.
They did get it down to like 1 score.
It got close.
Yeah, he started mounting some comeback drives. He didn't have any favors done to him either with his tight end fumbling the ball, trying to take on 4 people.
Yeah, that was tough.
You know what I mean? So
it seems like somebody does that every week, though. Some stupid shit. But
I like what Sam Howell's made of, though. He looks like he's got a little bit of Brett Favre in him. Maybe some bad decisions, maybe some throws that are a bit ill-advised, but the toughness, the creativity, the willingness to draw it up in the dirt, as they say.
Yeah.
I think he might end up being a keeper if they don't ruin his career by getting him hit 140 times in a 17-game season.
I think that's his fault. I honestly don't think he's bad, but I'm gonna give most of his success to Eric Bieniemy, bro. I think I might have to do that. I mean, the offensive Kansas City with multiple quarterbacks, and he was the OC. It was fantastic. So I don't know if I can say he's great. Like if this great, what did he look like last year? Did he play a single snap? He played some games last year, right? If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he looked great last year. So I
When he
don't know if
played
it's
the
all
last
him.
2 games of the season, they were playing Carson Wentz and it was Taylor Heineke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Heineke. I think Howard played a couple of games. I don't know. If he stays under Bieniemy, he might look okay, but
Right? Especially
I'm
once
not sure.
the enemy takes over as head coach in week 11.
That'd be awesome.
Staying in the NFC East, Terry,
Yep,
the New York Giants are also struggling.
they're horrible.
They're the second worst in the NFL in first half points, only behind the Atlanta Falcons. But they're much worse than the Atlanta Falcons in second half
Oh my
points.
god, how I got behind them? Yikes! Go ahead. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. After another ass beating this past weekend, Giants right tackle Evan Neal had some harsh words for his critics after a piss poor showing from the offensive line that caused Daniel Jones to get sacked 11 times. I went on Twitter and was watching some of these clips.
Yeah.
There was one play, like in less than a second, all 4 guys had beaten their offensive linemen and were right on him.
Like, it wasn't a screen. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it looked like everyone thought it was a screenplay, but the quarterback.
Screen! No, it's not a screen. You guys just suck. Yeah, a lot of them. Well, man, yeah, and the Seahawks defense isn't good either. It's comical, bro. That shit was comical. The Giants,
you are when you're playing against Evan Neal. But he defended himself this week, saying, talking about his critics, saying, "Why would a lion concern himself with the opinion of a sheep? The person that's commenting on my performance, what does he do? Flip hot dogs and hamburgers somewhere?"
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Of course, this drew the ire of all New York fans, especially because hot dog carts are a beloved tradition in New York and essential part of their street food culture. I will say this, Evan Neal. These guys that you're talking about, flipping hot dogs and hamburgers, they're better at it than you are at blocking. All right? They're showing up at work to do their job, and they're doing it. They flip the hot dogs. They get a nice char on one side. They wait till they hear that little pop, then they flip it over. You, on the other hand, getting flipped on your ass, pancaked.
Yep.
11 times you let your quarterback get sacked. Haven't been able to keep anyone in front of you all season. Like, I don't know where these guys come off, like, because I have a better job, like I'm a better person than you, or I'm somehow worth more. But you better keep this same energy in 12 years when you're flipping hot dogs and hamburgers, Evan.
Well, I mean, like, he's in the NFL, but I think that's probably why he sucks, though. Like, I get having confidence, but then if you think you're better than someone else, that's where, your success kind of...
I make more money than you, Terry. You're not allowed to talk to me. We can't be friends. I'm in a different tax bracket.
Yeah, Evan, he sucks, bro. And I don't know who's worse, though, him or Daniel Jones, to be honest with you, because at one point when I saw Evan Neal get dusted, just completely like he wasn't even there. The lineman, the way that I saw one of the defensive ends sack Daniel Jones, it was like he got hit from the blind side. Like, from the front. He got hit from the front like he didn't even see the guy. And I was like, yo.
Terry,
what's going on?
Because he's seeing ghosts. He's getting sacked 11 times. He's not even looking at the linebackers. He's looking through them to the safeties. He's like Sam Darnold out there on the sidelines talking about, I'm seeing ghosts. I don't know what happens. That'll happen when your fucking tackle is a turnstile, letting in anybody who wants to come. It's family night. All right, bring your kids, bring their friends, bring everyone. Anyone can sack my quarterback.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. So, and a lot of the things that I'm hearing from the national media and not local, but mostly just the national media are still kind of thinking the Giants can turn it around because of Brian Daboll. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to be up, in his hands. Daniel Jones is pretty bad. It seems like ownership and management have decided to go with Daniel Jones instead of Saquon Barkley, and it might be the downfall of him. He might get fired this season because of that shit.
I'm not mad at that decision. Like, they can always franchise tag Saquon again. There's nothing
Are you
Saquon could
serious?
do. There's nothing he could do. Like they'll just
No,
keep
Daniel Jones
franchise.
sucks though. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but you can get out of his deal after next season. The way they structured it, they can cut him for nothing. So it's like
It's gonna be 0? I thought it was gonna be a huge tax hit. I ain't know.
no. You just got to wait 2 years. So it's like this is the first
2
year
more
of the
years
deal.
this?
No, this the year 1. Next year is year 2. Like
No, I'm
if
saying,
he's
yeah, no, this year and next year, that's a lot. I gotta watch this. This guy's horrible, man. He sucks.
I don't think he's great, but it's like if you're a running back, you just gotta bite that rope and get fucked in the ass because this is the NFL, man. They're just gonna franchise tag you until you're 28 years old, and then they'll give you a low ball offer, let you leave in free agency. Like it is what it is.
Daniel Jones is a bottom 5 quarterback, bro.
Evan
This is
Neal is a
gonna-
bottom. At least compared to defensive ends in the NFL.
Yeah,
like you were saying, I hope that the Giants can turn around. Not as quickly as Evan Neal turns around after he watches his quarterback get put on his ass.
Yeah, they're horrible. And the funny thing is, like, there are a lot of 1st through 3rd round draft picks on the line. It makes no sense why they're so fucking
They just
bad.
can't hit. They just can't hit, man.
They suck, man. It is
And
what
Evan
it is,
Neal,
bro.
everyone thought he was hot shit last year. You know what I mean? He had a
He was
decent
decent.
year,
Yeah.
run blocking, going forward. But I hate this type of rhetoric, and I hate these type of comments from athletes, especially considering you're not going to be playing football your whole life. Like
Yeah.
when you're 50 years old and you're doing commercials for a local car dealership, I hope you remember what you said, sir.
Yeah, man. I don't really know what to say about him, but hopefully the coach stays and they do fine. But Daniel Jones, you fucking gotta go.
Terry, speaking of a coach who may be staying and maybe has to go, Matt Canada, the Steelers' offensive coordinator, is under investigation for creating a burner account. You know how Twitter or X, I guess these days, is it's full of sleuths and detectives and Inspector Gadgets out here.
Yeah.
A bunch of people trace back some burner. I forget what the name was. It was like J somebody or something like that. But they hit the I forgot my password button. And they're like, oh, do you want us to send it to matthew.canada@steelers.com? Some of the tweets that this dude put out about his own team, allegedly still under investigation.
Yeah.
Every offense in the NFL is predictable. It's down to the players to overcome that. Coaches know Mahomes is going to Kelsey. The Vikings are going to Jefferson. That doesn't stop them from getting the ball. The Steelers have a talent issue, not an offensive coordinator issue. He goes on saying, oh, so gaining 400 yards is more important than winning now? Kansas' scheme helped the Steelers sustain long drives and control the clock last year. If you want to watch teams put up yards, check out the Minnesota Vikings. How's that going for them? Shots fired. I guess you can rule out the Vikings for picking you up after you get let go by the Steelers.
Yeah. Jeez.
The ones that I really liked is he responded to somebody talking about the bad play calling. He goes, is Matt Canada the one turning the ball over too?
Oh, man. Yeah, shout out to this guy, but he's an idiot.
And then he wrapped it up with a bow on top, Terry, going, Todd Haley, Randy Fichtner, now Matt Canada. Who's the common denominator here? It's Mike Tomlin.
Wow. He put his own coach under the bus? On Twitter?
Yup.
Damn. That's hilarious.
Mike Tomlin, I don't know if he was talking about Matt Canada specifically, but he did say this week, hell yeah, we have to make some changes, man. We're not going to do the same things and hoping for a different outcome. Whatever those changes are, we'll put together a plan. I say plan to get fired, Matt Canada. Start going ahead and packing your suitcases. I hope you're renting and you didn't buy in Pittsburgh, because once this comes out that this is really you, it's a wrap, my guy. They already wanted your ass gone. If you throw in one of the most distinguished, respected coaches in the NFL and Mike Tomlin, who's never had a losing season,
Super Bowl winner.
You throwing him under the bus? Hey, we'll see you later, bud.
Yeah, he's going to be gone. Thanks for letting me know about this information. I'm going to go ahead and put George Pickens on the waiver wire. Or maybe start him. I don't know. Is Canada going to coach for his life, or he just sucks? I'm not really sure where to go with this one, but yeah, he's not going to last long. I mean, he's
Shout
gone.
out to Brian Coangelo.
Yeah, you know what though? Like we said, I don't remember which pod or what week it was when I said this, but I was like, you shouldn't know the offensive coordinator's name unless they're awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So he needs to get the fuck up out of here.
Oh, Canada.
See you
You're a piece of shit. That's what they're going to be singing in the crowd with the terrible towels.
Yeah, and they got the Ravens this week, man. That's a tough divisional game, too. Good luck, bro.
Hey, man, let's go ahead and start previewing those games then, huh? We can start with... Week? Yeah, listen, I don't have time to talk about every game in the NFL now. And this week, I have to say, there are some stinkers. There are some games that I'm not even sure they're going to show on Red Zone. But Ravens Steelers is always a banger. Two of the best coaches in the NFL, and John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin. Who do you have winning this one, Terry? Is this a Matt Canada redemption game?
No, Lamar's kicking that ass in Pittsburgh. Hey, shout out to Mike Tomlin, but this is going to be rough for you, bro. Yo, Steelers, they're letting a lot of people down. You weren't one of the ones that had them sneaking in, right? I don't think so.
I said they
Browns.
Yeah.
Browns and Ravens. Yeah, so good luck, Steelers. I still don't. This might be the losing season for Mike Tomlin, probably, but there's still some questions that need to be answered, for as far as the Browns and Deshaun Watson are concerned. So I'm not all the way there yet, but I'm pretty sure the Ravens are going to fucking beat the Steelers' ass. Like this, I don't need analytics to tell you that the Steelers suck ass. So you can go ahead if you want to talk about it, go ahead. But I think we both know what's going to happen here. But NFL surprises me every week, so...
Yeah, it's always surprising. One thing I haven't been surprised about, though, is how great Lamar Jackson has looked. I mean, we've talked about it every single week. We talked about it in our preseason prediction show. You earmarked him to win MVP. I don't remember if I co-signed as well. My man's is in control. He's playing within himself. He's not overthinking anything. He's making great decisions. He's taking care of the football. He's taking off when he needs to take off.
Yeah.
And for all the people who are like, Lamar can't throw, he's just a running back.
Stupid.
Yeah. You going to learn today, Matt Canada. You going to learn today.
Stupid as fuck. All right, let's go across the pond.
They got some good play calling. It was like, hey, you might want to take some notes. You know what I mean?
Hey, I told you about your boy. I said they brought in that secret weapon. They're going to be airing it out. As long as Lamar is smart with the ball, I think the Ravens are... I think you said 13 wins. And I don't know if I disagreed, brother. They're looking good. And it's, that beat down of the Browns, even though it was a backup quarterback, Deshaun late scratch, but 28-3.
Wait a minute. Did you hear? You told me last weekend that he didn't play. I obviously didn't get to see the game because I was busy with soccer games the entire weekend.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was medically cleared and elected not to play.
That's
Did you see that?
Yeah. I only saw it after the game because, when I'm at the bar watching it, I don't really have the sound for all the fucking games. So I was just looking. I was like, he's not playing. All right, I'm not watching this because I knew they were gonna lose. Because I didn't even know who the backup was.
Right.
I had never heard of that guy in my life. So I was like, they're gonna lose. Fuck out of here.
How do you let that type of information get out? It doesn't sound like Deshaun has developed a better rapport with any of the masseuses in Cleveland than he had in Houston. They're like, nah, man, we massaged all the knots out. He was ready to go. He just didn't want it like that.
Yeah.
Also, he needs to wear some bigger towels. We keep telling his ass, but
yeah. I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I mean, like you said, though, that is kind of fishy that information got out like that.
Right, from your own organization, it's you must really be rubbing somebody the wrong way or rubbing off on somebody the wrong way.
Hey, man.
for them to put that out like that.
How the mighty have fallen. It's so funny the reputation he had before all these allegations, man. All you heard was he was like a Michael Jordan type. He was very competitive in everything he did. Straightforward guy, nice guy, and now people are ratting on him. People are ratting on him left and right. And they should. Fuck them. Brown shouldn't have signed him. Fully guaranteed. Dumbasses. Shout out to you guys. All right, let's go across the pond. Let's go to a good game. Possible.
Oh, all right. Jags Bills. They're playing in London. Go ahead, Terry.
Josh Allen. Back-to-back back-to-back weeks of awesome play. The poster child is back, but he's versus the Prince, your boy Trevor Lawrence.
Your boy, Trevor Lawrence. Your boy. You've been on the Trevor Lawrence train since Clemson.
Oh, you don't like Trevor Lawrence?
No, I do. I'm just saying you've been
Okay.
you've
I
been
love
consistently hyping him, and you've
He's a
been right.
beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast. He hasn't been playing like super well this year, but I think in London he's undefeated, brother. This might be a sneaky game where the Jaguars halt the Bills from winning this one. But I ain't gonna. If the Bills kick ass and Josh Allen's great again, I might have to hop on the bandwagon.
Quit hedging your bets. Who are you picking?
I'm picking the Jags. I think the Jags are going to win. For some reason, they just win in London all the time. And they've gotten an extra week to stay there. They're more acclimated there. I got the Jags.
That's the biggest reason, I think, too. They've been there for 11 days.
Yeah.
Whereas the Buffalo Bills just got there. What are they? They're getting there today?
I don't know when they're getting. I'm sure they're going to get there in time for no jet lag. So probably at least 3 days before.
It's like, I think they flew out on Thursday night, getting there Friday morning.
That seems late, but
Von Miller, he said he's ready to go. He said he's
Davis White.
94.5% certain that he's going to play in this game. I don't know if he came up with that number himself or that's the analytics department who shout out to Off the Stats who did it. But even with the return of Von Miller, I think it's just such a big advantage to have 11 days in a foreign country where, you can acclimate, you can get used to the food, your body can get used to sleeping at odd hours, the changes in your circadian rhythm and all that type of stuff, and just be able to lock in. And I think this is an opportunity for Trevor Lawrence to make a statement too, and to be like, hey, listen, I know I had a terrible rookie season, but I had to deal with Urban Meyer, grinding.
Yeah.
After that,
one of the worst coaches ever. Yeah.
I went to the playoffs with Doug Peterson. I'm in this elite group with Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. I think this is a statement win for him. I, too, have the Jags winning in London. 2 games in back-to-back weeks.
Yep. Bill's favored by 5.5, but yeah, we both got Jags. You pick what's the interesting game for you, man? There's a lot of games on here where I'm looking at the coaches and possible firings, but what other game?
Already? We week 5, dog.
Bruh, so, some of these teams suck. Like if the Bears would have lost last night, your boy, my guy, Eberflus.
Don't put that evil on me, Terry. Don't you put that evil on me.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Like if the Patriots lose versus the Saints, that's a tough one. If the Dolphins kick
they gonna fire Bill Belichick? Is that what you're saying? Breaking news. Hold on.
We're gonna start sniffing. Aren't they win? No, they got what? 1 win versus the Jets? They're 1-3.
Yeah.
Come on now. I'm not trying to go for that. What was the other one I'm looking at? Ooh, Giants, if they get blown out by the Dolphins?
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. We already know what's going on with that.
We already know. Your boy Sean Payton, Jets, Broncos at home. Zach Wilson. If he looks like he did last week, they might kick the Broncos' ass. I'm just saying. You didn't hear it here first.
I don't know how many people are going to be watching that game, but I imagine it's in the hundreds.
Well, that's the 4:25 game, so you got Chiefs,
what?
Vikings.
Are you serious?
It's Chiefs, Vikings, and Jets, Broncos.
Come on, man.
Which one are you going to watch?
Come on, bro.
You got Chiefs, Broncos.
Come on, bro.
You can watch Pat Mahomes. No Taylor Swift in that game, though.
Jets, Broncos?
No, Chiefs, Vikings, Jets, Broncos. What, you're not going to watch Jets, Broncos?
Yeah,
the Broncos give up like 40 points a game. It's like football.
I'm out on that one. I am out on that one.
That's
just some bad football.
Any other game before we get to the Cowboys 49ers?
Yeah, Cardinals Bengals. 2 1-3 teams got a chance to, to get a little closer to 500. Joe Burrow and the Bengals have looking absolutely broken. The Cardinals, despite their bad...
Just Joe Burrow. It's just Joe Burrow. He looks like a fucking bottom 3 quarterback. All numbers indicate he's the worst quarterback in the NFL, bro. He
Well,
can't
have
throw
you
the ball.
seen Desmond Ritter this season, Terry?
Yeah, I told you about him. You're so high. Oh, I believe in Desmond. I believe in him. He sucks, boy. I hate it for him, though. But keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah, just wait till we talk about that Falcons game, Terry. The Bengals, they've been struggling. The Cardinals have the same record, but somehow like it's a pleasant surprise that they're 1-3.
Low
I will say
expectations.
for the Cardinals, they have the least amount of 3-and-outs in the NFL. So at least they're like getting themselves into good position. They're having manageable third downs. Josh
They can run, man.
Downs, yeah, James Conner is toting that pill. Josh Downs, like I
Josh
didn't
Dobbs.
Jesus Christ.
He called him Downs twice. I was like, he doesn't have Downs. His name is Dobbs. Calm down.
That's how
Nah,
much
they can
I know about Josh Dobbs. Keep in mind, this is the same guy who didn't find out that Jordan Love was light skinned until the end of preseason this year.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Nah, but you are right though, bro. The Cards, surprisingly, they're tough, bro. Like even if you watch, because I think the San Francisco 49ers are probably the best football team, probably the most complete. Of course, Brock Purdy's winning games, but like we said, all their quarterbacks do well. They played them pretty tough for 3 quarters, so I don't know, man. They might be good.
Who you got, Cardinals or Bengals?
Dude, the way it's looking, I think the Cardinals are winning that game. And
Me too, dude. I cannot believe we're saying it. I totally agree.
I mean, I think Vegas has kind of got it too. The Bengals are only favored by 3, which is just like that's just a regular home game. Or no, it's in Arizona, right? I'm tripping. I might be tripping.
Is it?
Yeah, it is in Arizona. You know what? I might have looked at the wrong line. I'm gonna take a look at the line again, but
Hey, stop going to the Athletic, okay, Terry? What do I always tell you?
the Athletic and their stupid ass fucking wrong times for games. Oh my god.
But yeah, I think Cardinals have a better game script. I think they're just gonna like not make life hard on themselves in the way the Bengals have made just simple things look so difficult this season. I feel like the Cardinals are not going to be able to do like the difficult things that separates the elite teams, but they'll be able to do the basic things, and that's more than we've been able to say for the Bengals this season.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, until your boy Burrow can actually throw it past 20 yards, it's gonna be the same outcome, dude.
20.
15,
can he throw it past
10.
6?
You're right. But no, the Bengals are favored by 3 at Arizona. I don't know, guys. We've seen 4 games, Vegas. This might be a bad bet. I might bet on this one. I'm not gonna lie. I might put some coins on this one. This seems like an easy one to me, bro. The Bengals look bad, and their defense doesn't look good either. So it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean they lost all those key contributors, half of their whole secondary.
Jesse Bates, man, that's a huge loss. Yeah,
and Von Bell to the Panthers. Like,
yep.
This is going to be a season to forget in Cincinnati. At least you guys have some fantastic chili you can enjoy with spaghetti.
Yep, that's true. Well, the cheap-ass owners, they ponied up and they got borrowed the money, but it's up to, management to be like, look, man, sit the fuck down. You suck. Like, right. This backup quarterback must be really bad.
If you have to use a massage gun in between snaps, like, maybe take a week off. I don't know. And the other thing I will say for him too, and like I know he's trying to play through all this shit, and he's like you see him with the massage gun on the calf every single. Yeah. You know this is an NBA fan. When you let soft tissue injuries linger and you don't let them rest, you end up tearing your Achilles. Like,
oh yeah, I don't know.
It escalates into something worse because there's like a domino effect. You know what I mean? Because now you're putting more pressure on your Achilles, like your MCL, your PCL. It always ends up happening when people play through soft tissue injuries consistently. You end up getting a bad one at an inopportune time. So don't let this happen to Joe Burrow. He already tore his ACL. He already came back from surgery and looked great. Shut his ass down until he's right. Because y'all ain't going nowhere anyway.
Not this year, it doesn't look like. I mean, all it takes is a couple good sprints because we really haven't seen him roll out very much. Like, I've seen it a couple times in games, but I don't
You
think
need to
he's
see
really
him roll up. He need to get on that Ricky Williams medicinal. You know what I mean? Help your body recover the natural
man.
way.
Something, dude. I don't know. Yeah, but they don't look good to me. I think the Cardinals are going to beat them pretty easily. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think 2 scores wouldn't be crazy.
Outrageous.
They're pretty good. They're a pretty good team.
Last one I want to talk about before we get to the marquee matchup between the Niners and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
My Atlanta Falcons against the Houston Texans.
Atlanta.
Terry, I'll let you lead this one off. Who do you got in this game and why?
So you got a home game for the Falcons. I know Desmond Ritter sucks. It's unfortunate. I tried to tell you about your boy. I wanted another black quarterback to be successful, but
Nah, he's light-skinned. We're claiming him. Hey, reverse one drop rule, Terry. Sorry.
Reverse one drop. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Look, you guys, your team is just too predicated on not being down, and you're too one-dimensional, bro. It's I love that Arthur Smith likes to run. That's totally fine, but Desmond Ritter just cannot fucking throw, man. It's unfortunate because Kyle Pitts was a fucking first-round draft pick. Drake London, I think, was also a first-round draft pick. If not first, it was a second. He can't pass, man. And if you guys go down, you can't win the game.
Drake London was the number 6 overall pick.
There you go. So, I mean, I think the Texans are going to win. They actually look like a decent team. Coach, what's the coach's name for Texans? DeMeco Ryans? Or
DeMeco Ryans, yep.
He looks like he's a really good coach. Their defense is pretty stout. They can run and pass. CJ Stroud, I think what I've heard was he has the most passing yards without an interception besides 2 people, Peyton Manning and Cam Newton, in their first couple, games in their career. So, brother, in good faith.
Isn't he the only quarterback in the NFL to not have thrown an interception this season?
So far this year? Possibly.
Yeah. I think I read that somewhere. I mean, he's been so impressive, man. Like, talk about the same things we talked about with Lamar, like taking what they give to you, playing within yourself, taking shots when they're needed, taking good risks, not taking bad risks, using your legs. Like, he just looks so poised and in control, and like everything is happening in slow motion to him. He's the complete opposite of my man Daniel Jones seeing ghosts back there. No one's talking about it either, because he's over there in Houston where we don't give a fuck. Like, we'd much rather talk about how Bryce Young, got hurt putting his cleats on. But I'm still going with my Falcons, man. And the reason I am is probably pretty foolish. It's 2 parts, and I'm talking from my heart and my head here. The heart part, Desmond Ritter has not lost a game at home in college or the NFL yet.
Okay.
Still hasn't happened. The head part is that DeMeco Ryans was the defensive coordinator for the 49ers last year and did a fantastic job to where he got a head coaching position. When we played the Niners last year, Terry, we beat the brakes off of them. We put up 40 on the 49ers, and Marcus Mariota won NFC Offensive Player of the Week against that 49ers defense. So this is a scheme that we know how to attack. This is a matchup that I think we're comfortable with, especially against smaller defenses. They're like, we're going to fly around at 1 billion miles an hour. We're like, okay, we'll punch you right in the dick and then run down your throat.
Bully ball, yeah.
So, I have tremendous respect for DeMeco. I think he's doing a heck of a job. But I think stylistically, Arthur Smith may have his number, and I'm hoping that continues on Sunday.
Hey, man, styles make fights. You could possibly be right, but I got one question for you.
Yeah.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Is Desmond Ritter better than Marcus Mariota?
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think so, man. He looks pretty bad, not gonna lie. So we'll see.
He has not turned his back to the defense and thrown the ball over his head yet.
He hasn't done that, and he hasn't done the Deshaun Watson either.
And also, even if he's playing terrible, he's not going to quit the team in the middle of the season, despite having a documentary being filmed on him for Netflix. So he's like, I don't care any blowback, I'm out of here. I got a baby to look after. All right, Marcus.
Yeah. Hey, man. Look. Did he do that in that fucking show?
Yeah, he just quit our team in the middle of the season as soon as we benched him, and then
Oh wow.
yeah,
Damn.
he was like, I got family matters to attend to, but I'll be good in 2 weeks once the season ends, and I could try out for the Eagles. And they filmed the whole thing on fucking Netflix on the quarterback documentary.
That's
Unfazed,
right.
Marcus
I
Mariota.
I haven't watched. I think after like the second episode of that yet. I'm gonna have to keep continuing to watch that. But
Cover your
I don't
eyes
know.
when the Falcons get on there. Cover
All
them.
you need is just get a clean pocket, man. He should be fine. Just get a clean pocket. Any quarterback with a clean pocket in this NFL can pass. Zach Wilson even showed you that. So just get a clean pocket. If not, if he's bad in this game, like you said, with all the styles make fights type of shit and the Texans defense being small and frail and all that type of shit, if he cannot pass in this game, it's time. Get him out of there. What did I say? Week 8, he's gone?
Yeah. Well, we still got 3 weeks to go after that. Speaking of clean pockets, I don't think there's going to be very many of them in our marquee matchup against the two most hellacious defenses and pass rushes in the NFL. Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys going against Nick Bosa and the San Francisco 49ers.
Yep, Sunday
Bit
night.
of a revenge game from the playoffs that was in the NFC champion, or no, the wild card round.
I think it was the second round, yeah, whatever they call it.
We need to have we need to have a better name for that.
Yeah, I think it's the divisionals.
But yeah, who you got, man? Marquee matchup. Everyone's gonna be watching this one, unless you're tuning into fucking Broncos Jets.
No, it's the only Sunday night game. So
okay,
you can't watch any other game besides this one. Oh man, this is tough, bro. They're both really good, man. Without even analysis, I'll just go ahead and say I'll go Cowboys. Is it Cowboys at home, right?
Yeah.
It's a Cowboys home game, right?
I don't know. Let's go to the Athletic and see.
It's just shit on the Athletic day.
The game's being played at 11:30 in the morning.
No, it's at the 49ers, so it's in San Francisco. Ooh, man, that's tough. A road game. Brock Purdy doesn't really make mistakes. No Trayvon Diggs. Nah, I'm going to take it back. You know, now that I see that, I'm going to go 49ers. McCaffrey's too good. Bro, like I said, and I'm going to say this every week. As long as McCaffrey is healthy, as long as Deebo Samuel's healthy, as long as Greg Kittle's healthy, and as long as they have played the entirety of the game, those three guys are undefeated. Brock Purdy is still undefeated in the regular season. I don't see why it's going to stop. I love Micah Parsons. I love their defensive line. But losing Trayvon Diggs is a big fucking loss. And I love the other guy on the other side, Noah Brown. What's his name? Noah Brown, right? Or I forget what his name is. The other corner on the other side of Trayvon.
The dude who came from the Panthers.
I forget his name. But he's really
Why can't I remember his name? The
old
old head.
Pick six.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a pick six the other week. But yeah, I don't know, man. The 49ers approach to the game, their scheme and everything. McCaffrey's running all over the place. Debo's doing whatever the fuck he wants. I think the 49ers are going to win. I hope it's close. I don't think it will be, but I hope it is. The only way the Cowboys are going to win if fucking Dak Prescott shows up. He has to show up and do something. If he's going to continue to just do what he's doing, they're going to lose.
You should have stuck with your gut and went with the Cowboys.
You're going to Cowboys, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
They're motivated. You know, they got their ass beat in the playoffs by this team.
They're motivated on the Cardinals game. They lost that by a lot. Go ahead.
Were they? Were they motivated to play against Jeff Downs?
Oh, do you not listen to Michael Parsons' podcast? Michael Parsons has a solo one-man podcast, and he was talking about Josh Dobbs. He was like, I have him on my dartboard, and I've been throwing darts at him, and I'm going to attack him and punish him the whole game. And little did he know that Josh Dobbs was going to run right at him. And Michael Parsons still pass rushing while they're fucking running the ball.
What did he say about Brock Purdy?
He gave him respect. He didn't say anything bad.
See,
he said Brock Purdy, he gave him mad respect.
Yeah, he's coming with it this week.
Locked in?
Yeah, I think so. I think also, like, this just follows the pattern of what I expect from the Dallas Cowboys. Like, this is the regular season, not the playoffs. I think they have a dominant victory. Kyle Shanahan keeps his cards close to his vest, He doesn't pull out anything that he's going to pull out in the playoffs. They let the Cowboys get this manufactured sense of confidence, and then they'll stop them in the playoffs again. After the Cowboys think they've been riding high and have this statement win and have the 49ers all figured out, Kyle Shanahan's rubbing his fingers together like a fucking Bond villain going, just what I want them to think.
I mean, I think they need this win, though. Like, if they lose this game, it might go... I'm not going to say it's going to go completely downhill, but... I don't know. You're sitting 3-2. Eagles are still undefeated.
They gonna be all right. They gonna be all right.
I don't know, bro. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. Look, like I told you before, they shouldn't have fucking got rid of Zeke. They're having all these troubles in the red zone. Zeke was a fucking wonderful red zone running back, getting multiple touchdowns. Tony Pollard's not a run between the tackles guy. He can run from 20 to 20, but once you get in the real trenches, that motherfucker ain't going nowhere. They're gonna have to come up with like more play calls and schemes when they get into the red zone. Dak Prescott just is not getting it done there, bro. They're one of the worst 5 teams in the red zone right now. If they don't figure that shit out, they're not going to win this game. The 49ers are going to let you score just because it's a fucking regular season game. And Kyle Shanahan wants to hold his cards.
For full transparency, just in terms of being completely transparent,
go ahead.
I have 4 wide receivers who are on buys this week, and I'm forced to start Brandon Cooks. So I'm hoping and praying, man. Brandon Cooks is the answer. This is the week where he goes off and single-handedly puts down the 49ers.
Who's on a bye? 2 teams?
It's a lot of people. I don't have time to pull it up right now, but it's like half my whole damn bench.
Jesus Christ, brother. All right. Well,
yeah, I got snake bit. All my wide receivers are at home watching the same games we are, and DJ Moore, who's playing against me, has 49 points.
Yeah, starting off in the hole. It's not looking good. But, yeah, I don't know.
That reminds me, I have this fruitcake in my fantasy league who's been talking shit all week, who was butthurt that I wouldn't do trades with him. This dude getting real personal. So I just wanted to give a quick fuck you to, what's his name? Aaron Barlow, you piece of shit. Good luck getting back to 500, you scrub. Well, guys, we're out of time. I gotta get out of here. It's been another amazing episode of the Habitual Line Steppers podcast. We will be back Tuesday with Kicking It with the HLS pod, recapping this week's NFL games, touching on whatever happened in the Champions League, and possibly doing some NBA talk as well as preseason begins next week.
Yep, it's going to kick off. All right, boys. Until then.
North Carolina. Continue to stand up.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.